What's up, you guys? It's your boy Raheem the Dream, and thank you so much for tuning in to the 704 After Show, Episode 3. Today we have a special guest. Say your name.
It's that nigga Melo. You know it.
Okay, we got Melo in the building today. Before we get into the episode, because we're definitely going to get into some things. Before we get into those things, if you haven't already watched episode 3 of 704, make sure that you go and watch that first because we don't want to give any spoilers. So go watch that first, hit subscribe, hit like, and all of that, and then come on back over here to watch this. So you ready to get into some things? Because I know you got some things you want to get off your chest.
Make it happen, big dog.
Okay, so typically what I would do is I would ask you if you have anything to say, about something that's happened on previous episodes, but we're going to change it up a little bit because I know that you do have some things that you want to say, and that might take a little longer. So let's recap episode 3 first, and then we'll jump into, whatever you need to say about previous episodes.
Okay.
All right, so episode 3 starts off with you and Frank meeting up after, the whole big blow up at your house party. And this is where y'all get to sit down and explain each other's sides. And I guess you could start with that. Like, how are you feeling going into this conversation? Let's start with that first.
Going into this conversation, I'm a tad bit apprehensive, solely because, being as candid as possible, I've always been the type of person who's been like, you gotta know your audience, and so I've continued to question to myself on whether or not the conversation was even worth it. Okay. Like, should I just eat it and just let it be what it is?
Well, I'm glad you didn't, because this is TV. We not eating nothing. Anything that happens, we gonna talk about it. And so y'all did. I can't really even remember a lot of Frank's, and it's a shame because I'm the one editing the show. But I can't remember his excuses as to why. Actually, I do. But did you? I guess at the moment when he was explaining himself, did you understand his reason for why he moved how he moved? And be honest.
No. At the end of the day, I felt like it was excuses. I just kind of want to backtrack.
Now don't go too far because we're going to go to that.
Okay. Well, then no. I felt like it was excuses. I felt like I'm not the type of person where you kind of have to pump fake with. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, if there's a situation, then, you know what I'm saying? It's, hey, Melo, Jamel, what's up?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's not what transpired, like, at all. And I kind of peeped game early on. I'm going to just leave that where that's at. But I peeped game early on. But go ahead. You got it.
Okay. Well, after hearing that, then I definitely feel like another conversation is to be had after hearing that.
No.
We can do that off the show. We got a reunion coming up too,
So here's the thing with the whole conversation situation. I don't feel like another conversation needs to be had, and here's why. It kind of reaches a point when dealing with people in certain situations and certain people, if you will. And this is absolutely no shade towards nobody, because I don't want no smoke with nobody. Like, we all a work in progress type situation, but I'm call a spade a spade. You just leave stuff and people where they are.
Okay.
Like, it is what it is. It's all love, no love lost at all. Okay. Like, hey, how you doing? That's good.
Okay. Well, that's good because y'all are going to see each other again. Y'all are going to be around each other.
Listen, I ain't got no beef with
y'all have
nobody.
me in common, so y'all are going to cross paths many times.
I ain't got no beef with nobody. I don't have no smoke with nobody. I want everybody to understand I will not be fake about absolutely nothing. It's hey, how you doing? And we're gonna keep it moving. I'm an adult first and foremost. More importantly, I respect what my loving, caring friend has going on. Like your platform means a lot to me. Whether or not I'm setting the third. So I genuinely 100% do not have the time for that at all. Nor will I facilitate the capacity for it.
Okay. Well, that's fine, and you're entitled to that. I just, like I said, y'all will cross paths because you do have me in common. So, as long as it's a hey,
and that's perfectly fine. As long as everybody has the complete understanding. Do not mistake my presence for participation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just because I'm here does not mean that I'm willing to indulge in any of that shady, negative, extra shit you got going on. I ain't gotta say nothing to you. You ain't gotta say nothing to me. Hey, how you doing? Keep it moving. You ain't even gotta speak if you don't want to speak. It is what it is. Like, life goes on. It's really not that big of a deal. Yeah. I ain't got no beef with. I don't have no smoke with nobody. But I will not be fake about absolutely nothing when it comes to anybody.
I understand, and you are entitled to that.
That is just kind
you
of
are entitled to that. So I understand. So at the end of that scene, it did, from the viewer's point of view, and even from how y'all made it seem, it did seem like y'all cleared everything up, and that y'all were going to move forward. I don't want to spoil anything for the viewers, so I'm not going to say too much. But how that scene ended, it seemed like y'all would, let bygones be bygones, and y'all was going to move on. And then we go to our next scene.
Real quick, before the opportunity was given for us to go to the next scene, there was a conversation that was had, and unfortunately it was not aired. But the individual, Frank did actually say, like, well, I see how you could get that. From what we were doing, how we were acting, how we were acting, how we were portraying us. Like, you openly admitted to, you get what I'm saying? The notion that y'all could have possibly been funny. Now, you didn't stand 10 toes on the shit that happened before y'all even sat down, took your seats together, whatever the case may be. That's a completely different story. One, I'm not even willing to tell at this point. Like, it is what it is. But we will not, we ain't gonna be fake about it. Like, I'm not here for that. I'm not gonna go out of my way to disrespect you, him, her, she, them, nobody. I don't have time for that.
Mm-hmm. Well, we are gonna go back to your house party. That's coming, because I know that's a big topic. I know you didn't have green screens to say your part, and we're gonna get into why you don't have green screens too. But I'm glad you didn't let us go to the next scene, because I do want to touch on something that Frank did say while y'all were playing pool. He said, our friend Raheem was being messy for bringing you, over here while we was outside talking, after Shay and him left to go outside after your house party, and I followed them outside. We was out there for about a good 15-20 minutes before you came outside. And I didn't know you was coming outside. You did that on your own. But he said that I was messy for telling you, like, come over here, Jamel. And I don't think that's messy at all, because number one, I didn't know that you were coming outside. And since you did come outside, it would have been fake of me for us to be sitting here talking about what just happened with you inside. And then as soon as you come outside, we get quiet. And here we go. Be quiet. Don't talk. So I was like, no, come on over here. Let's talk about this shit and let's nip this shit in the bud. So I wasn't fake. I was trying to get to the bottom of it, but he did clear it up after he said that. But I just had to jump in because he was like, our friend was being messy. No, I wasn't. But
I don't feel like you were being messy by asking me to come over. If I'm being honest, the second and third, I genuinely felt like you kind of wanted to get a full understanding of what was happening. I don't feel like they even knew fully that I knew what was happening. I think there's just a lot to that anyway, but I don't feel like you were being funny with that. I came outside on my own admission, on my own accord, because I knew y'all were standing outside talking about me.
Yeah.
Like, I knew what the conversation was about. That's how I knew it wasn't dumb. Like, y'all was sitting up here being funny, like, and you felt the fact that, yeah, no, I'm not, there's no, why would I go out of my way to be friendly to individuals who are blatantly showing me that you're not thinking of me in any regards, like, at all. You sitting over here being funny for absolutely no reason. The shit is just absolutely mind-blowing, like, for real. But not to even go into that, because I don't really want to hash too much about that. I don't want this shit to be like an ongoing, long, drawn-out thing. Like, at the end of the day, I stand 10 toes in what I say and how I feel.
Yeah.
And that it's just going to be that we're dealing with a group of individuals who, in fact, will not do the same. So I'd rather not continue, you know what I'm saying, down this road.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is. Like, hey, bye. Or you ain't even got to speak at all. However you feel about the situation. It does not matter to me. I just really need to be very, very clear about that. Like, I'm just not stupid.
I get it. So, we jumped to the next scene, which was Darius and me and some of his other friends and co-workers and stuff. They were celebrating his birthdays. We were at Chima. I say on my green screen that I have never been there, and I haven't. Chima is quite pricey, and there's definitely a birthday type of once a year type of thing. But it was cool getting the experience of them just bringing out all these different meats, like one by one, and just like slicing it off.
Yeah,
you know, like on your plate. You been?
Yeah.
You have been or you hadn't?
I have been.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
No, I'm saying it looked like y'all had a good time. Yeah.
It was loud. That's why audio issues for the ones commenting. Talking about something we couldn't hear. It's loud. And what I have learned, season 1, is that we cannot film in.
Are you loud?
Right. Turn your volume up. But I have definitely learned season 2, like, we cannot film in places that are overly loud. Like, if it's overly loud, I'm not even bringing the camera out. Hang it up, flat screen. So, but, you know, I made the best out of it. I added little, subtitles at the bottom, this time.
And it looked phenomenal. I really want to throw that in there, though. Like, your editing job has been, like, absolutely magnet, like, for real.
I try my best.
For real. That shit has been on point. Like, it is
inexperience, but, I appreciate that. Let me see. We don't have to talk too much about that. It was just Darius' birthday. All his friends and family came out to support him.
Yeah, happy birthday, Darius.
Yes. Let me see. Hold on, I do got one thing that I have to say, and this is not to you or to any of the cast members, but there was a comment made in last week's episode. There was a viewer who commented under episode 2, and they had something to say about John's truck driving scene. And let me get you together all the way real quick. Yeah, because number one, the person clearly didn't watch the episode. Or either they were so bored that they thought it was longer than it was. But I do accept, what's it called? Constructive criticism. Always will, and I'm always open to it. But after I went back and I read it, I was like, the person said, like, why did you make the truck driving scene 20 minutes? First of all, it was only 9 minutes. I'm sorry that, somebody showing you their career, which is 9 minutes, was so boring that you thought it was 20 minutes. It was actually 9 minutes and 1 second, actually. And I thought it was very educational because on this show, we're not all about drama. If you want drama, you can go watch Baddies. You can go watch Now That's TV or one of these other web shows where all they do is fight and argue. But on this network, we're going to show you our our 9 to 5s, our dreams that we're chasing. And if it takes 9 minutes to show you step by step what a person does while they're at work, then that's what we're going to do. Because like I said in episode 2's after show, and Frank even said it too, like, we didn't know that that's all, that's what truck drivers do. Mm-hmm. We thought you get in the truck, you crank it up, and you just go.
Hell no. It is a lot to it.
Yes. I've been with the man for 11, 12 years, and I didn't know that that's what he do. So for me, it was educational, and I know for a lot of other people that I spoke to, it was educational. So, not trying to check you, commenter. Thank you for the view, but it wasn't 20 minutes. It was 9 minutes.
For real, enjoy the motherfucking show.
If you
offer some tips or something.
Okay, look, tips is always welcome though. But that's all. I just wanted to let you know, because if you don't want to see somebody, showing you their career and all you want to see is drama, this is not the network for you. Go find another show. So now that that's established, the next scene after Darius's was my work from home scene. I'm showing the viewers that, I work for the company, do Pics Ain't My Way, I work from home.
And have been there for a minute, been doing your thing for these good people.
Yes. I'm in my role. As y'all see, I'm nice and comfortable. You've worked in call centers before, do you miss it? Did you hate it?
No, I can't say that I hated it. No, I definitely can't say that I hated it. It was a challenge, depending on the caller.
Yes, definitely.
That was the only challenging part of that role, if you would. Depending on who you got on the other end of that phone, that was what was going to determine, the outcome of that phone call or how you felt about said phone call. But do I miss it? A little bit. No, I didn't. I never really thought about it until you actually asked me that. So
I know. Yeah, you'd have been in a few. And that's mostly been most of my jobs is call centers. But
But doing this physical work, I don't know. I hadn't had time to really miss too much of anything. Okay. Like I love my job.
See, I don't know about no physical work though.
I love my job. Oh my God, what?
I need to sit on my butt. That's how I got this big back though. I need to be doing some physical work. Shit. Yeah. But so I'm glad that I was able to, show people my job. I'm glad that I was able to give information about the company for those who might need to do Pics. And definitely
offer a wonderful benefit.
Yeah, definitely, because it's for people who have like COPD, asthma, eczema, all kinds of different things. Go check them out. And then the last scene was Stone's indulgence event, where
congratulations again, Stone.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stone.
That was a great event.
It was. It looked really nice.
Yeah, it looked good on TV. He did that. But he shared with us all these different cheesecakes that he made. He even introduced these new cheesecake bites, for the first time, and he invited like some of his people, that he networked with, and friends and coworkers and stuff like that. I was gonna ask you how'd you like it, but you just said it looked nice.
It looked like a time was had. Like I'm really happy for him. Beyond proud of him for really pushing forth and going through with his dreams. He reminds me of somebody that I know. Just pushing forth and going through with their dreams. So I'm really proud of him for doing that. Like for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like him and Takaya was saying, I want to third that. That strawberry crunch looked like it was phenomenal.
It was.
I need that in my life.
It was.
I need that in my life.
Yeah, that one and the peach cobbler. Those were my two favorites.
Yes.
That peach cobbler shortcake. That was everything.
Yeah. So I'm gonna need strawberry crunch and a peach cobbler.
Yeah. So I'll be seeing him soon. I'll be seeing him real soon. Let me see if we can get one You know, if not even a whole cheesecake, maybe just a slice or two made. You know, I got you. Let me see, but I also think that it's really cute because I haven't talked about this on either of the first two episodes. How I threw in like the live confessional footage that's not, you know, where you're not behind a green, you're not in front of a green screen. You're like literally live, and I just include live confessional footage down there. I thought that was cool. I don't be seeing any other reality shows, you know, that do that. So I think we might be the first.
That is a really dope personal experience.
Yeah, because you got one too on the first episode,
if you will. It is a really dope personal experience because it's one thing to like to be in the moment, but it's another thing to like witness the moment like on film.
Yeah,
you know, and have to be able to provide some sort of narration behind that moment. So it is definitely I don't know, it's a thing.
And we break the fourth wall around here. We break the fourth wall. We gonna look at the camera and all of that.
It is just, it's a thing, y'all. Like, you just be like, hold on, what?
Okay.
Is that me?
Call us Abbott Elementary.
That's my
we breaking that fourth wall.
Like,
okay.
you know, like, look, you just, I don't know, so.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, that was pretty much it. Shout out to Stone. And so now this is where I said we were going to go back to anything. I think you pretty much already said everything you need to say. You said you didn't want to go back and rehash things like that. And I already spoke to you about, you know, how I felt over the phone outside of the cameras and stuff. So we don't got to rehash us because we done already had that conversation. But I think we do owe it to the fans who are perhaps maybe asking me, why you don't have green screens? You can be honest.
So we don't have green screens because I was mad. I was pissed. I was upset, and I was like, okay, I really need to calm down before I interact with my friend, especially when it comes to his business. Like, I really wanted to be able to approach not just him, but the situation in a respectful, open-ended manner, and being as candid as possible. That is precisely where I was. I was mad. I was pissed.
And when you're on a TV show, whether it's a reality show or whether you are an actor, when your director tells you to show up to do a green screen or a scene, you bring your ass. And this is for anybody else that might be hired on for season 2, because I am thinking about adding about 2 or 3 more people. We need some more girls. But just letting y'all know, like, I tell you to bring your ass to do your green screens. Bring your ass, because green screens are so important. That's how you get to tell your side of the story.
And here I am playing catch up type situation, all because I was upset. Like, he definitely offered the opportunity for me to be able to be there, for me to be able to speak on my behalf. It even extended it beyond that to other events. Like, if this was definitely 100% a me thing, like, I was so upset about not only how the situation transpired, but there were several other factors that kind of intertwined into that, and I allowed that to take over.
Into the business. You got to separate the friendship and business. You got to. I'm going to be mad at you as your friend right now, but I'm going to come do this business. And after the business is done, I'm back mad at you again. And I'm fine with that. But business, you got to come do the business. Otherwise, we can't do no business. So that's why, for those who asking, like, it was offered a few times. It was offered. But
it was. And I respectfully declined.
But, yeah, so... is there anything else that we didn't mention? Yeah, check your notes. Let me check my notes. Whatever it is, say it. Why you got the flow if you got something?
No, at the end of the day, I just genuinely feel like I should take this opportunity to express my profound proudness of you, your willingness to push beyond, any and all boundaries set before you to be able to, continue accomplishing your dreams. Like, that means the absolute world. You are 100% an inspiration, and I'm beyond proud of you. For real.
Thank you.
Beyond grateful to be a part of your show. This is a wonderful opportunity.
Thank you. Yeah, I did this, and I specifically chose my friends to do this because I could have gotten anybody to do this. I could have been like, y'all, I'm starting a reality show. Who wants to be a part of it? But I specifically chose my friends because I know, everybody individually, and everybody individually has something that, I don't say that we're lacking, but we all have some type of struggle or something, whether it be financial, whether it be just anything. And I was like, let me create this show so that it can be, at least financial wise, once we get the followers and the numbers and stuff, this can be like some type of alternative income that we can stick in our pockets. Whether, the episodes for that month made us all $5 each that month, or whether it made us all $1,000 each that month or more. I was like, this is, additional income that you did not have before. And once the money starts rolling in, I was like, let me help not just myself, but all of my friends to be able to put some extra money in all of our pockets. And of course the money isn't going to be there immediately. But once like I said, once we, hit the numbers and stuff that we're supposed to hit on YouTube to where we can get monetized and start making money off the show, I am going to pay everybody, and you'll be paid based off of your participation, how many times you came to filming and stuff like that. And so I was like, a lot of people didn't know that because in our contracts it said y'all all signed saying y'all wasn't getting paid. I'm going to pay y'all. Because first of all, if it blows up to where I'm just getting money, I'm going to share it because I couldn't have done this show without y'all. So y'all didn't know that, but I'm always like 10 steps ahead. I was like, let me create this for all of my friends. So if you don't have a job, or if you do get fired, maybe YouTube will pay us, $10,000, and maybe Dream Vision Network can cover your bills for that month. Type of situation. So that was my whole idea when creating this, and specifically choosing my friends to do this. So hope y'all not co-workers. Hope y'all cast members are watching. Don't go losing your job on purpose now. Don't do that. But yeah, once the money, starts coming in, I am going to pay you guys. Yes. But yeah, that was the whole vision, dream vision, So, but yeah, any last words?
Nah. Thank y'all for the opportunity. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to me. No matter which way it goes. Thank you again for the opportunity.
Of course.
I'm not gone. I'll be in. I'll be out. You may see me, you may not. I'm around.
Okay, all right.
Keep it cute.
Keep it mute.
I really it. No, I'm just joking. But I will be around.
Yes. So where can the viewers or the fans, where can they find you if they want to speak to you? And
no, I'm just playing. Y'all can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is at J1Terry7. That's J1Terry7.
And I'll make sure I put it up there so y'all can see it. Right above my head.
Hit me up.
So yeah, definitely go check him out. Run his Instagram followers up. If you follow him on TikTok, Twitter, anything, run those up too. I don't know if you posting nothing crazy on Twitter. Just don't hit the reshare button. Yeah, no, but yeah. So this is the 704 after show, episode 3. Again, hopefully you guys have already watched 704 episode 3. But if you didn't and you watched this first, go ahead on over there and watch it now.
Make sure y'all catch the episode and make sure you catch the episode. I want y'all to be able to see if you can see what I see. That I know you're gonna see what I saw. But it's all love. I love y'all. Watch the episode.
Subscribe, like, and share, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.